Hi, welcome to this 30-minute yoga practice. You might find it more comfortable to sit on a block, a folded blanket, a cushion of some sort. I'm going to use a folded blanket as I come to cross-legged sitting. So let's start by just relaxing the shoulders, taking our hands into Jnana Mudra, taking the backs of the hands to the knees, and switching on our ujjayi breath. We've got that sensation at the back of the throat, the slightly smaller opening, which means we can hear our breath more loudly. We're filling the lungs on the in-breath as though the in-breath is pouring in from above. And so the out-breath is coming from below with a slight lift of the pelvic floor, deep abdominal switching on, softening in the shoulders at the end of the out-breath. Breathing in and out, just practicing our ujjayi breath in this lovely, still position. And then we're going to interlink our fingers, and for the next in-breath, lift the palms up to the throat, twisting at the throat, still breathing in, stretching the palms up to the sky. Breathe out as you float your arms down by your sides, that pelvic floor lifting every out-breath. Breathe in. Filling the lungs, lengthening the spine, stretching up to the ceiling. Breathing out as you float the arms down, pelvic floor lifting, softening at the end of each out-breath. Breathing in, twisting at the throat, stretching up to the sky. Breathing out, and we're going to go into a twist as our hands come down this third time. So turn the palms out, fingers spread, breathe in and lift your arms. Keep the arms shoulder width apart as you lift the heart, lift the gaze. And then as you breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, soften those shoulders. Breathe in again and lift the heart, stretch the crown of the head up to the sky. Then as you breathe out, come into a twist. Left hand coming all the way to right knee, right hand behind you, turning to cover that back shoulder, lengthening as you breathe in there again from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, maybe you can tweak that twist a little deeper. Breathe in and lengthen into the twist. Then as you breathe out, spiral your spine back round to the front. Soften the shoulders when you come back round to the front. Roll. And we're going to change legs. If you need to shake your legs, rub your knees or hips as you do, that's fine. Interlink your fingers, breathing in for these simple stretches, stretching the palms up to the sky. Breathe out as you float the arms down the sides. Breathing in is lengthening, expanding, filling the lungs, stretching from rooted sitting bones out to the ground. The out breath is that little lift of the pelvic floor, deep abdominals, keeping your lower spine nice and safe. Softening of the shoulders at the end of each out-breath. Final in-breath, simple stretch. And as we breathe out and lower the arms, we get ready to go into the twist. So we're turning the palms up, spreading the fingers out, breathing in, lifting the heart as the hands pass the heart, lifting the gaze, keeping the hands about shoulder width apart, softening the shoulders as we breathe out. Breathe in again and lengthen. And then the next out breath takes us into the twist. So the right hand's coming all the way to the left knee, left hand nice and close behind, so you're sitting nice and upright. Looking over the back shoulder, lengthening as you breathe in. Next out breath might take you a little deeper into the twist. Another lengthening in breath. As you breathe out and lift your pelvic floor, you're slowly rotating back to the front, softening those shoulders in the middle roll. And then we're going to go on to hands and knees. So take your time to shake out your legs or stretch your legs back. And then come so the heels of the hands are under shoulders, fingers spread, knees under hips or toes tucked. Switching on your ujjayi breath as you breathe in, tilting the tailbone up, letting the tummy drop, the back dip, the heart lifts forward, the gaze lifts. As you breathe out, take that movement in the opposite direction, tucking the tailbone, pulling in the abdominal muscles, arching the back, relaxing the head and neck. Moving through this lovely flow, the moving pose of the cat. In breath is the extending lift of the tailbone, lift of the head, dip of the back. Out breath is the tuck of the tailbone, the arch of the back, and the relaxing of the head. Moving with your breath, the movement rippling from the base of the spine up to the crown of the head each time. So the tailbone lifts, ripples up the spine, and the tailbone tucks. Anytime you want to pause the tape and carry on with a few more, any little breathing pose, and feel free. Shaking out your wrists now before we try a diagonal stretch. So try not to have your leg too high, level with the body. We're taking the right leg back, the left arm forward. This is great for strengthening your core. Use your ujjayi breath and stretch forward through the fingertips and back through that flexed heel. And as you breathe out, lift your pelvic floor, feel those abdominal muscles helping to keep you nice and steady, to keep your hips level. Take the other side, you can shake out your wrists between sides if you need to. Stretching your left leg back, foot flex, stretching through the heel, right arm forward. Stretch through the fingertips and the heel as you breathe in and lengthen. As you breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, engage your abdominal muscles. You're strong and true in the core. You can stay and repeat as many times as you like. Using your breath to strengthen you into the pose. We're going to come to extended child here. We're going to keep the toes together, take the knees wide out to the sides of the mat, stretch the arms forward, stretch the fingers apart, keep the arms nice and strong. So this is quite a strong stretch really. It's a little bit like the downward dog stretch in your back. You're stretching back through the tailbone, forward to the fingertips. Forehead might come to rest on the mat. Maybe you prefer a little block under your forehead. We're going to come from here to downward facing dog. So moving your hands just in front of your shoulders, tucking the toes. Lovely deep in breath as you stretch your tailbone up to the sky. Maybe you want to walk your feet in downward dog for a while. You're bending the legs and going onto the balls of the feet if that feels a bit more comfortable. Lifting the pelvic floor, engaging the deep abdominals, softening the heart down towards the feet. Walking out those legs, bending one as you stretch the other heel down to the mat. And then we're walking our hands slowly back towards our feet as we take an in-breath. And as we breathe out, lifting that pelvic floor, lengthening the tailbone up to the sky, soft bend in the legs. Be as relaxed as you want in the upper body. Don't worry if you're not coming as far down to the floor as you'd like. Just soften your knees. You're going to use an in-breath to uncurl the spine and come all the way up to standing, bringing the head up last as the spine unrolls. Give your shoulders a little softening roll. Let go of your ujjayi breath a while. And then come to Tadasana at the front of your mat. Feet hip-width apart and parallel. Lengthening up all the way out through the crown of the head, lifting the pelvic floor and feeling the deep abdominal muscles engage, softening shoulders, softening arms by your sides, tuning into that ujjayi breath as you bring praying hands to the heart, ready to go into our sun sequence. Don't worry if you've never done a sun sequence before. There are many different versions. Keep up as best you can. Don't worry if you're breathing out when I say breathe in. It will come with practice. So we're going to breathe in, lift the arms, lift the heart, lift the gaze. This can be a straight stretch or you can encourage your hips forward, lift your heart for a little back bend. breathe out as you float down into your forward bend, bringing your hands round to the front. Press your fingers into the floor or your legs if they haven't come to the floor. Look forward, lift the heart, stretch the tailbone away. Breathe out as you fold back into your forward bend. Bring the hands to the mat, and as you breathe in, step back with your left foot, bringing your knee down. Breathing out here, checking the front knee is over the front ankle, front foot flat, and having as much stretch back in that back knee as you can take. On the in-breath, we're lifting again, just like we did from Tadasana. Maybe a back bend. Breathe out as you float the arms down by your sides, lifting that pelvic floor as you do. Breathe in as you step back to plank, shoulders over heels of hands, fingers spread. Breathe out as you roll forward a little, bring the upper arms and elbows close into the body, lowering down, Chaturanga Dandasana. For this first in-breath back bend, I'm going to slide my arms forward, bring the elbows under the shoulders for Sphinx, and stretching my heart forward, looking forward on that in-breath. As we breathe out, bring the hands back under shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, and here we are in downward dog. We're going to take an extra lengthening in-breath here, lifting the tailbone, stretching away from the heels of the hands. An extra out breath as you lift the pelvic floor, then soften the heart. And then as you breathe in again, step that left foot forward, aiming to land it between your hands. It might not get there, you might have to use a hand to help it, don't worry. Breathe out in that position, breathe in as you lift again. Breathing out, bringing hands to the mat. Breathing in as you step that back foot forward and straight into that little stretching lift, half forward bend lift we did before, the heart stretching forward, fingertips pressing. Breathe out as you fold into a full forward bend. Breathing in as you lift back up to the sky, praying hands above the head. Breathe out as you bring hands back to the heart. Let's do all that again now, leading with the right leg. Breathing in as we lift the heart, the gaze, the hands, a straight stretch or maybe a little back bend. Breathe out as you float down into your forward bend. Breathing in as you press your hands into the mat or your legs, look forward, lift the heart. Breathe out as you fold once again. Breathe in as you step that right foot back, bring the knee down. Breathe out here. Engage your core muscles. This will keep you steady as you breathe in and lift again. If you're taking a back bend here, encourage the hips and the knee forward first before lifting the heart. Breathe out as you float the arms down. Breathe in as you step back to your plank. If you're getting tired, bring the knees down. Breathe out as you lower. This time I'm taking an in-breath in Cobra, keeping my hands under the shoulders, lifting the heart and the gaze. And on the out breath, taking myself back to downward dog. You take an extra in and out breath here, a lengthening in breath, lifting the pelvic floor as you breathe out, softening the heart down towards the space between the feet. Next in breath, stepping that right foot forward, dropping the back knee down to the mat. Take an out breath. In breath is the lift. The arms above the head. Out breath are the hands coming back down to the mat. In breath, we're stepping that back foot forward, pressing into fingers, looking forward, lifting the heart. Out breath, the full fold into forward bend. Breathing in as we come back up, lifting arms overhead, looking up. Finishing with out breath, hands to the heart. Softening the shoulders. We're going again, breathing in. Lifting and lengthening, breathing out to fold into our forward bend, breathing in, lifting the heart, looking forward, stretching the tailbone away, breathing out for the full fold into standing forward bend, breathing in as we step that left foot back and bring the knee down, breathing out there, breathing in to lift, breathing out to lower. Hands firmly placed under shoulders, breathing in as we step back to plank. Rolling forward a little on the toes to bring the heart towards the fingertips as we lower on the out breath, strong in the core. Release the tops of the feet to the floor as you breathe in and lift a cobra, or you can take Sphinx there if you prefer. Toes tucked, breathe out. Stretch and lift your tailbone back up to the sky to take you into downward dog. Lengthening here as you breathe in. Breathing out. Next in breath, you re-step that left foot forward again. Taking an out breath to engage with the core before you breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower your hands back down to the mat. On the in breath, you're stepping that back foot forward, straight into a little half forward bend lift. And on the out breath, folding into your full forward bend. Breathing in to lift the heart, to lift the gaze. And breathing out as you float your arms back down by your sides and finish with praying hands at the heart. Okay, let's take a final round, leading with the right leg. Breathing in as we lift the heart, the hands, the gaze. Breathing out as we fold into our standing forward bend, relaxing the head and neck. Breathing in as we press the fingers into the floor or our legs, look forward, lift the heart. Breathe out as we refold. Breathe in as we step that right leg back. Breathing out here, lifting the pelvic floor. When we feel steady, we're breathing in, lifting the heart, lifting the arms, lifting the gaze, taking a little back bend or just a straight stretch up. Breathe out as you lower arms, lift your pelvic floor. So that as you breathe in and step back to plank, you're feeling nice and strong in the core. Breathing out to lower down to the floor. Breathing in to lift to your cobra or your sphinx. Breathing out as you lift to downward dog. Taking an extra lengthening in breath here. Breathing out here. As you breathe in again, you're stepping that right foot forward, trying to land it between your hands. It will come with practice. Breathing out. Breathing in as you lift the heart, the arms, the gaze. Breathing out as you float the hands down to the mat. Breathing in as you step that back foot forward, press into your fingers, lift your heart, look forward. Breathe out as you fold, full forward bend. Breathing in when you're ready to lift back up, arms overhead. And on the out breath, bringing hands back to your heart to finish 4 rounds of that lovely version of our sun sequence. Okay, have a little shake out. See how hot my little dog is lying here. And we're going to take a balance. So loosening at the shoulders, spreading the toes of the right leg. We're going to bend the left leg and take the foot all the way into the buttock if you can. If that's too strong a stretch, then maybe you can hold your trousers, or you can even use a scarf to help you here if you find that stretch a little bit too much. Try and bring the thighs level. Switching on that ujjayi breath, and as you breathe in, you're stretching up with your right arm, lengthening through that diagonal stretch. As you breathe out, you're taking the arm forward. I like to stretch the palm and spread the fingers, and you're pushing that back foot into your back hand. Taking an in and out breath there, engaging with the core on that out breath, lifting back up to the vertical on the in breath, and lowering your arm. See if you can stay in the balance as you breathe out and lower the arm. And then just see if you can take a couple of breaths with your eyes closed. See how that affects your balance. Don't get frustrated if you wobble or come out of it. Shoulders a little roll before we take the other side. Spreading the left toes. Taking hold of the right foot, or your trousers, or using a scarf to help you here. Strong in breath as you lift your left arm above your head. Out breath, engage with the core as you stretch that arm forward, push the foot into the back hand. Strong in breath, strong out breath in this position. Breathing in to lift back up to the vertical to bring your thighs level. Breathing out as you lower your arm, but stay in the balance if you can as you close your eyes and really test your balance. It's all a bit of fun, don't take it too seriously. Shake your legs, have a little walk out of the legs before our next sequence, which is going to be a wide leg forward bend. We want the legs as wide as we can have them and feel that we're firmly placing the feet. Lift and spread those toes again and have the feet parallel. Breathe in, stretch the arms up above the head just like we did in our sun sequence, praying hands above the head. As you breathe out and lift your pelvic floor, keep the legs strong and twist to the right. Breathing in, coming back to face forward. On the out breath, twisting to the left. Breathing in to face forward and repeating that twist once more to the right. Breathing in to come forward. Breathing out as you twist to the left again. Breathing in as you come forward and breathing out to lower your hands to your hips. Another in-breath. Think of lengthening all the way up and out through the crown of the head before you fold on the out-breath, lifting your pelvic floor, dropping your gaze to the floor but not dropping your head, trying to keep your head and neck in line with the spine as you breathe in and lengthen all the way from tailbone, pushing it back, crown of head, lengthening it forward. On the out-breath, we're dropping into a full forward bend. And we're going to walk the hands slowly and gently forward, keeping the fingers spread, and bring the feet into shoulder width or maybe mat width apart, feet parallel. So we're coming into our downward dog again. And here we can bend one leg, straighten out the other. We can have a little wiggle. Get yourself comfortable as you breathe in and lift and lengthen your tailbone and turn the armpits to face each other. Outer rotation of the upper arm muscles. Breathing out, and when you're ready, dropping your knees down to the floor and coming into a nice extended child. Toes together, knees wide out to the edges of the mat, arms stretching forward. Really similar back stretch to our downward dog, but then we don't have to worry about the strength going into the upper body or the strength or the lengthening of the hamstring. Let's take a relaxing child now, taking the arms back, softening the shoulders, softening the breath. Forehead either to the mat, or maybe you want to put your forehead on a block or a cushion or a blanket. And if child isn't a comfortable pose for you, you can always take crocodile. Next, we're going to come onto our backs and give ourselves a little back massage. Soft, relaxed breath, a hand on each knee, rolling those knees round in a circle. Then we're going to take piriformis stretch on the right. That's a stretch into the piriformis muscle deep within the right hip. Taking the ankle just above the left knee, left leg is bent, left foot to the floor, and that's where you can leave it if you can feel the stretch. If you want more stretch, if you can't feel it, then just lift your left foot off the floor, bringing that lower leg towards you. Keep the right toes curled back towards the right knees and the right side, the right piriformis that you're feeling it. Relax your head and neck back onto the mat. Soft breath into this deep stretch in the piriformis. And then release. We're going to take a spinal twist with crossed legs, a little bit more challenging with our legs crossed, so fully cross your right over your left now, not just the ankle balance. Breathe in, maybe tuck those crossed legs into the body. And as you breathe out, take the knees over to the left. And this is a relaxing spinal twist. We want something connecting with the earth, so if your knees and hips don't readily come down to meet the earth, bring your feet down. Something needs to connect with the earth. If the crossed legs are too strong, I'm showing you different versions now that you can take. You can stack your legs. Maybe you can have the bottom knee down, the top knee lifted. Or maybe you want to uncross your legs but go a little deeper by straightening out the legs and see if you can bring the toes all the way up to that extended hand. This is quite deep though, so don't worry if you're not there yet. You need to rebend the legs before we lift them back up. We're going to lift back up on an in-breath. And before we take the spinal twist, the second side, we're going to take that piriformis stretch first. On the left this time. So your right leg is bent, foot to the floor, your left ankle balanced just below the right knee, left toes curled towards the left knee. Maybe you can feel that stretch there, or maybe you want to lift the right foot off the floor, bringing that lower leg towards you as you ease the left knee away. Maybe you hug behind the right thigh or right shin. Whatever you do, just make sure that the rest of the body is as relaxed as possible. Your facial muscles relaxed, your back muscle, your shoulders. And you're sending your breath to that strong stretch deep within your left side, piriformis muscle. Let's take the cross-legged spinal twist this way now. So left leg fully crossed over right, going down as we breathe out. Taking them down to the right. Your gaze can remain to the ceiling here in all spinal twists it can, or if it's alright in your neck, you can turn it to look along the opposite arm, so your gaze going in the opposite direction to your knees. And once again, if the crossed legs are too strong, you can just have your legs stacked, have the bottom knee down, the top leg lifted. Or if you want a little more challenge and you've uncrossed your legs, you straighten your legs out, your stacked legs, straighten them out, see if your toes will come up to meet that extended arm and fingertips. You're breathing in to lift back up, giving yourself a final little back massage, softening in the abdominal muscles, softening in the back muscles. And taking yourself into our final pose, the lovely savasana. You can have your arms spread quite away from the body as I have here, or a bit closer to the body, whatever feels good in your shoulders, that you're able to soften and relax your shoulders, your upper back muscles, your lower back muscles. Your legs are slightly or a little further apart, toes flopping away. And you're just softening and relaxing here in this wonderful pose of relaxation, savasana. You can stay as long as you like in this relaxation pose. When you're ready to come out, wriggle your fingers and toes. Maybe take a little stretch or a little back massage. And gently and slowly bring yourself back up to sitting, just to finish your practice. Thank you for practicing with me. Om Shanti.